Okay, 5 a.m. Wednesday, May 17. I'm going to run through futures charts right now in this video, and then I'll run through 3 times ETNs and Forex for subscribers here. Let's see, overnight, this is how I read it. Basically, anytime the president leaves the country, you sell off the markets because stuff happens when you leave the country. You're not really protected and stuff. So that's how I look at it. There was just an opportunity of opening up Japan at the lows, and then we moved from there higher. And the pain is to the upside today, though I think 94 is going to be an issue, and then the bulls got to get it over 98. I trade week to week, so if just because we're trading under the POC, the point of control, doesn't mean doesn't mean that the bulls can't take it back by Friday. These are 2-hour charts. What I have here is the Swiss franc. I'm looking for a short side on the Swiss franc on here. Just due to the fact that if the bulls do get a running start from, let's see, what is it, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning in Japan, today, running start and take it higher, the Swiss franc will probably come off. The Japan has GDP this evening, so those two are going to be separate. Those are places to hide out. It goes along with dumping debt and things of that nature. Looking for bounce in the dollar here. Oil this morning, we have EIA. Any type of bounce on here, I'd be looking to go short. Basically, I'm trading it as a seasonal, somewhere in here. It's seasonal, whatever, it's in here. Seasonal move into Memorial Day weekend. So any type of move up here, I'd want to get out of it. I was only looking for a dime for gasoline off the bottom, and I already have it. So then I'll hang my head for another 20 cents. On this one, this also goes along with the Canadian dollar. Even though this is Brent, Canadian dollar, record amount of shorts. So I assume that oil is going to go up to, this is a seasonal opportunity, looking for a Tuesday bounce. Where did I write this? Oh, I know, I probably wrote it under gasoline. So, okay, so we're at the happy place. We're at POC for 29, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I guess oil at 51. What do we have here? 51, 52 wouldn't be so bad. I'll have to look at the deferred contracts today overall. See how things are going. I don't think it'll be a persistent uptrend. I just think it's, I guess we could say it's just a bounce at the happy place, right? We're installed at the happy place. Installed happy place. All right, so that's crude. ES, same type of deal. The fade was, we swiped out a new high on here. Okay, so we took out the previous high. And now so we swiped the stops up on top, and we failed on the breakout. Usually you blast through the bottoms. Lo and behold, what do you know? You start whacking off the bottoms here. Whacking them off, Kev. There you go. So much for 40 years of college. So we're whacking off the stops. Go back for seconds. All right, so 83.5 long here. What do we got? That's 91. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be playing by 3 points today. Usually I tell my students to try and take 4 points out of ES every day. Do you take $200 a day? At the end of the month, you have enough for a second contract. And after the second month, then you have, what, 4 contracts on. And after the third month, you have 8 contracts on. And then after the fourth month, you have 16 contracts. And all that started with was just taking 4 points a day. Patience is all you need, and by Christmas, you're moving $250,000 a day. It's from your $200 originally. All you have to do is 4 points. So here's the story here. So stalling points, we'll call this 91, 94, and then 98 is somewhere in here. We'll just say that those will be the areas here. I assume that we're going to get some sort of news here. The deal is once the market begins to look weak, it does have internal issues. they'll pull out the old repatriate the overseas money. What do they call them? Inversions and stuff. Whatever they do to keep this thing alive, because you pull as many rabbits out of the head as possible, and then it just falls apart. We are working on a recession, and the economy is actually doing it for us. We were having poor weather, yada 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 yada. Sales, housing, autos, blah 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 blah. There's nothing like having an aging society. And then, of course, then you have the millennials who don't have any money. All right, so, but they have 1.3 trillion of brains. All right, so we have blah, 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 blah. So we'll 91, 90. What I would do is if I'm long, what do we have? We have OPEX this Friday. What I would do is I'd probably write, today's Wednesday, I'd write covered calls if long here. So in this case here, I'm long from 23 to 350. I'd be writing some calls against it. Anything below on here, then it opens up the floodgates to a good 30-point drop on here. So I assume today the pain is to the upside in the marketplace. Gold, okay, so wrote on gold here, get long back here. I was looking for 55. We're up to 50. I posted on Twits to start legging out of your positions. Basically, we're back to the 1255 POC. If lost, then the 1513 trade, the ABC on the weekly chart for your subscribers. It's the weekly chart with the ABC and the pitchfork. Going up to 1513 on gold. I just was scaling out here. I'm a trader type deal, whatever. You have to rotate, contracts, from June to go into August or whatever. But I'd look to scale out. Now the deal is depending if you're in August or whatever, I'd hang in there and throw on some call options against it. The deal here is mine was if the bulls last 20 or 1255, then that C wave to 1513 is probably tossed out the window. We're getting a bounce, so I'm going to treat this as a retest for right now. But if we do get anything, to hurdle 1255, gap hurdle would be awesome. Then I would say we're probably going to run another, $260 higher in gold and go for that C wave, which would match the same type of play of 1985 to 1987. That's the same type of play. But for right now, I'm just going to treat this as a retest. I'm more than happy to make the $40 and whatever it was, $30, $40 in gold in a week. It's fine with me. I can move on. How about shorting Swiss francs? That kind of thing. Euro dollars, this really has my attention on here. There are some seriously scared people here. The deal is I thought if stocks would swoon, June interest rate hike wouldn't be 100%. When I heard on Bloomberg last week that some banana head said that this is 100% for certain, I'm like, there's too many weeks left and it's time to go fist you. And that's why I said on Stock Twits down in here that it's time that there's going to be a massive short covering rally because the banana heads don't know how to trade. They're all young. Copper. All right, I'm moving copper today. I'm looking for a swing. Play the odds up here. So short, not shorter, but leg out at 255, 257, 250. I wonder if this one. Oh yeah, here's the target. Okay, so here's the story here where we're at 250. So there's wherever I'm at. Down here. So I bought copper down in here. What is that? 249. Okay, so start legging out. I gotta write the leg out. I posted this yesterday in whose chat room did I post that in? Johnny's chat room. I said odds. So you want to get out at what is this here? We're at 4.9, so you have 6 cents. 250. What's that? 12. All right, what is that? $1,500. Okay, so $1,500, 2,000 and 2,500. Okay, so I'm looking for a swing up to here. It's basically same set type of deal, short covering type deal. Nothing. Why is copper going up if housing and autos and everything are taking a pooper? So. But I will assume we're going to get a shot up to 60 on here. But what I want you to do is kind of leg out of it. What did they say? 255, 257, 259 before you get up to 260. It's not a very promising type pattern. I think a lot of these patterns are going to spike up this way. Because all of a sudden it's kind of like this thing here. That actually looks like the same type of pattern that we have in the, where is it? I didn't get to it yet. The Kiwi. Oh. All right. Hey, good morning, everyone. Oh, good morning, Johnny. Yeah, Johnny. That's right, Johnny. Smoke him up, Johnny. Heating oil, same type of deal. 160 is on this. If we get some sort of spring today, I want to dump it type of deal. All right, I need to pause this real quick here. Un momento. Okay, I'm back. All right, I'll be back. All right, so on here's Natty Gas. Okay, so the original was on the first swing up here, right 330 calls at 12 cents. These are going to expire, I think, in just a few days on here. Okay, so against the long position, can I do this quickly? Yeah, it'd take forever to load. It'd take forever to load. 8 gigabytes. All virtual memory. And you guys are just a pig. All right, so Natty Gas. So here's the story with the Natty Gas. We have a seasonal peak in Natty Gas, but we get whipsawed here. So what do I got going on? Do I got any short positions on here? No, what I did was sold the call. Okay, these are June physical, whatever. I needed something. My delta is positive and pretty darn hard here, come to think about it. Oh yeah, I just added some on yesterday's weakness. Okay, so I added deferreds. I think I wrote that. Where did I write that? I think I wrote that in Twits or something. Oh no, I wrote it on the chart, you idiot. Okay, so June and September. All right, so these are the seasonals. So the next swing higher on this is I'll be pitching those. And then on any weakness, I'll add December. Just, we're talking, what are we talking? June, July. If the drought doesn't develop, then I'll add to probably January, February, March of 2018. But I'm going to use these calls. 8 days they expire in 30. So any calls on here, I'll write them against that. And I suppose we could look at corn and wheat while we're at it. Want to stay long, looking for the drought, but leaning on the short side for right now on the high. If we do get and then any higher highs on the corn, then I'll add more puts on here. What's it, 75? So yeah, so okay. If this takes one more dump, then I'll dump the puts on here. Or add more puts. It's kind of like, even though maize, you do see a high in grains, I will push it out until July. I'm looking for a drought next year, but a problem is I was in Minnesota last year and the water was really high and rarely do we get back to back. Downside of not living in the Midwest, you lived there for 35 years, that you can count the tree rings. And beans are compared to wheat. Wheat, I think I took some longs last night because we were back down to the 420 area. And then I'm just playing that as a bounce. These puts here. Whoops, should have sold more of these puts. How many days? 100 days. What are they at? 70. These are September puts. So I got SEP on here. Yeah, I do. 440. So I need 30 cents on the puts. We better add some here. See how quickly it is I throw in a position. Bam! But come on, you didn't go to market. I paid up. I missed that. So I paid up. That'll teach you. All right. So wheat, beans, and corn are all on their own. I'd speculate on beans, and I'd hedge on corn, and I'd buy the dips on wheat for right now. We'll get back to the charts. Why is my stomach so upset? What did I drink? Oh, is that leftover tea? Whoops. Okay, good. There we go. Added September and December for seasonal. Covered calls at 5 cents. See this? This is why I love covered call writing. I wrote covered calls here for 12 cents to get started, and then lo and behold, you got up to 340. I didn't short the stuff. I shorted the calls, and we blast on through it. So then I covered half the calls at a nickel. So I made 7 cents. Okay, how much is this just for fun and games? 26 to 42 is 16 cents. So I made 7. Whatever. Chelsea Manning's free. Congratulations, sweetie. Added September for seasonal. Anything down below here? Okay, so the next target is 306. 306, I'd probably go into like start looking at March, January 2018 contracts. One more slice through here lower. So but right now I'm just accumulating positions. Market goes up, I write some calls. Next time we clear here though, this is going to be real interesting because it'll be like 350, 355 basically. But I think we're going to have some issues here unless we get a drought. Oof, that is bad coffee or something. Where's that my tea? Dude, all right, what do we got here? Nikkei, that's not a good sign here for the stock market to go up today. All right, so I need to set some alarms on the old Nikkei. I did find out, though, the world famous brokerage firm tells you you're trading this thing in they tell you you're trading the dollar, but you're trading actually the Japanese one, and they use the dollar sign. I just, gotta love these people. Gotta keep track of your brokers. The incompetence runs deep. All right, so bango. All right, so I have that flip on the other side here. Oh, hi, birds. Oh, man, I don't have any carrots for the rabbit. You guys get celery this morning. What am I looking for? All right, you gonna hold? What we got down here? Oh, okay. So the story goes. All right, so the story goes short. We got to get this to hold. I would be a huge person. I am a huge person. I would. I'd look to kind of fade into any type of rally this morning. What I would do, this is how I'd lean. I'd write, say, June and July calls, and then buy August and September puts. That's how I would kind of lean. Even if this does things swings higher, just do it. You never know. Mother Nature could come in or whatever. We have here kind of like a flag right now to go higher. It's just one of those deals that any new highs on here, I'd sell some calls and buy some puts. That's all I'm doing, marking time. 35-year sentence for it's not treason would be the other way around. This is insane. Okay, that's a pretty good dump on there. All right, so all right, so the Nasdaq, we're gonna hold here. Where are we at? 90. All right. Any type of bounce this morning, I'd go and fade it. So that's 3 days of fading the morning rally here, right? I think that's what I've been writing for the last 3 days. What is this? Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 3 days of that. We are below this. So how far down do we go from here? Target. Okay, at 56.35 and 5,600. So on this morning swing, I'm looking for 56.35, 56.05 for right now. So we have OPEX. That's just kind of like in this area. Okay, I'm gonna have to get something for my tummy. That coffee is just not working. All right, what do we got for spike? Gasoline. So my original I was looking for a dime move off the bottom down here. Already have it 150, 160, 160. We already have 11 cents. So on yesterday's video to members, I said hang in there for another dime. So that's $8,400. It'd be nice if we get 20 cents in gasoline before Memorial Day. I mean, I was only looking for a dime. I mean, it's one of those things, if you double your money in a couple of weeks, you double your money in a couple of weeks. So, but we'll give it one more shot here. Let it just trail it out and let it run. But that's how I'd probably look at it. The other one too is if we do get something like a move in this, the Fed might come in and raise rates on it. My deal on fading the Fed was that everyone said it was 100%, and then we got the run in short covering in paper. Here's silver, same type of thing with gold. It's taking forever, and the ADX is up here, but I'll try to ignore this. It's just basically walking its way up, kind of like it's walking its way down. I'll pass. I'm more interested in buying silver after the next recession. Around $5, $6, $8. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm a position player. I look to dump some paper on the open, that kind of thing. I'd be willing to dump paper here. Had a pretty good move from here, dumping paper. These are ultra bonds, so you want to fade the rally here. VIX rolled over, but you can see here I was staggering in, stagger, swing, but that's contract rollover. I do look like a genius here. Bye. Whee! All right, YM. This one I think was the weakest of the bunch, but this one is going to have to hold us together here. We need this one to go positive, so we need it to go green. Okay, so what is green? 100, 109, 20, 35. Where is it? 102, 35. Yeah. Possibility here. This does look like minor head and shoulders on here, though. But whoops. Well, this will work. What's this? 896. That'll get close. Okay, so here's the happy place. I better get this out there. Get something on my tummy. Stupid coffee. That really happens, though. It's really bitter. That's that leftover tea. Ginseng. No, ginger, and flipping that ginseng tea. You left it sitting out, and it got all funky. Yeah, I'm Northern European, and so tea doesn't really work sometimes. I think there's like Scotland or something. There's a whole bunch of throat cancer or whatever. Larynx cancer. It's because of the tea. Some can drink tea and some can't. All right, we're getting a rock and roll in the bonds here. This is the money flow. Yellow or green's the money flow here, and here's the red ADX. Should be some good volatility all the way around today. All right, see this Donnie on the corn here. Whatever bounce we get in the corn, I don't know if there's a seasonal for me, but I always look for the knee high by the 4th of July type of thing. But if you're a producer, just start hedging some out for this year. But you're facing a drought here. We both know that. We all know that. Fives, oh, they're so good. But the fives here, any bounce up in here, any type of spike, any type of Air Force One crashes, whatever. There we go. Bean oil. Where are we at? 23. What's up in here? 50s. Look at the dump the bean oil here. I should take a look at it daily. Oh man, this is probably getting started. What's up with that? Stalling here. Add lawn. Bye. Now you don't want to play it anymore. Wimp. All right, meal. That was the other one here to the long meal, short oil type of deal. Here are the beans. Okay, here is notes. Any type of swing higher, dump the notes. These, what's this, hogs? Cows. So you got cows. So that was a short from there, short from here. Forgot to put in those marks. So you have to add more profit. Short hogs. No, it's hogs. What was that? LH? No, so it used to be. What am I looking? HOHE. Lean hogs. Okay. All right. Check for call writing. Okay. All right. We got rollover here too. All right, we'll pass on the hogs. What do we have? Beans here. This could be the seasonal high, but it's more, if it marches, to the next one, I thought we'd get a little into the 90s on here, but this is close enough. I would have got money flow. ADX is running. Where's my money flow? And out of bodies in here. I'll defensive. I'll watch it, but defensive, because it's one of those, if stuff doesn't develop this year, the grains are going to drop hard, sliding into the drought. Here's my twos. Oh, look at you. You're so sharp, Kev. Same thing, dump them. Look for rolling over to shorting the next contracts. Aussie looks like an inverted head and shoulders here, so maybe a run up to 74.20, so about 20 pips on that one. I'll pass on that one. British pound. Okay, so we came on down to the British pound. All right, and so we're back up. So we're trying another attempt here. So what was yesterday's video? Yesterday's video was looking to buy it down here, and we go the opposite direction. So we'll have to see if this is going to fail here. The British pound, it's probably short euro, long pound is probably the angle going off of it here. Canadian dollar, any type of down below 73, you want to start loading into it. We do have some divergence showing up here. There's a lot of net shorts on here, so anything below 73 you want to get into. Buy at 73, 72, 71, that kind of thing. And then sell at 74, 75, 76 kind of deal. Euro. Hero, my hero. All right, so why do you keep coming back? I'm getting rid of you. All right, so there you have that. All right, maybe a double top in the euro here. I'm looking for a dollar bounce here. All right. So pausing again. Yeah. Oh, blah. Next one. Probably look to short here at 69.33 or so on the yen. So we look like fade the opening rallies here. Buy equities, buy the dollar, sell gold, sell the currencies, you're following me here. Okay, Mexican peso, this is trying to bust higher here. I said take some profits from down here. It drops here, take some profits, add some more, what are we at? Take profits. Okay, to sum this. We came back down, added back in, taking some profits here. So I'm looking to add on some dips here. This is Mexico, but if America isn't too healthy, it's kind of like Canada. If America's, the whole, contagion, that kind of thing. New Zealand dollar Kiwi. I played that one this morning. I woke up. Oh, stupid piece of software I have. You can't add in trailing stops. You can't put in any stops. I love these brokers. I really do. They do everything they can to make you fail. Every day it's a new hurdle to jump with some of these guys. But that's what happens when you go after greed. They give you that tease, and then you're left, So I woke up and was able to snag up in here. And I woke up again and was down here. I'm like, cool. Yeah, life is good, though. Every once in a while, you need a new challenge to find out how exactly the brokers are bending over their customers. So far, I've been lucky. I avoided Refco, Shatkin, Corazine, the guy from Iowa. Oh man, I've been real lucky. I definitely can smell it, right? And I guess when you're a straight shooter, that all the funny people smell funny, right? Wow, we could have a huge inverted head and shoulders. This is a massive multi-year low type of month. This is a huge deal. Maybe one more round of short covering and then look to fade it. So buy in on here. Add. Don't you have to buy because you got to buy 0.68, 68.87, and you're looking for how about 70 cents. We'll just round it up. You know that I'm not saying 70 cents. Kevin, man, you got to hurry up, buddy. Remember where you started? Nope. Yep, we did. Swiss franc. Dump it. Short. Minus 1.0202. What? Oh, man. Well, that was another quick $250. All right, everybody, take care. Adios. Bye-bye.